Hey everybody, Mac Monster here, back with another character. I got the Human Torch, Johnny Storm, up for review here. And first off, let's just say you have been buffed. And you have been buffed big time, like you needed it. The defense mechanism now works out in your favor dramatically. Let's see, 32, I have a defense of 1600. Storm has no defensive passives. He also tends not to get defense on his offhand, which means he's really only got 4 slots for defense. So at 1600 defense, that's on average 1000 defense behind everybody. He's sitting at 27.2% less damage. Everybody else is 8% higher than him. That's broken. That's awesome. That is great for you. So you are not really that far behind the bell curve. You take 8% extra damage, but we have a way of mitigating that. Let me go over the changes. All in all, you have been buffed. So far, not too many classes I have said that. I have found no negative effects with this patch for the Torch. He is now even more of an incredible character to have. The first buff is Cleansing Fire. It adds dodge, and it's a super amount of dodge when you do it. It's a short duration, mind you, but it's there. It's buffed. Fuel of the Flame. Because all damage over time abilities have been buffed, they've been buffed greatly. You normally would see 4 to 5 times damage on average to skills. And you're going to see that on a lot of your skills, and that's not really a buff. That's just the flat damage increase that was done because of the health pool increase to all enemies. So that's actually on par. Anything higher than 5 times what it usually was, that's probably going to be a buff. And dots now list their damage by second, and they list your second by the second correctly. And now when dots are increased in duration, you're not actually losing damage. You're gaining longer duration of dots because they do ticks twice per second. Like this is listed at rank 1, 149 damage. I can build that up, not incredibly high, but I have some passives on there, to 309 damage twice a second for 4.5 seconds, up from 3 seconds. So that's basically 600 damage a second, which is definitely more than before. I believe we were sitting at 500 over 4 seconds or so. So that's a lot more damage. Let's see what else we see. Thermal Intensity. This is definitely a lot more damage to close targets. It's probably to bring it on par with the way the defense system has changed, but I think it's a little bit more than normal, so I do believe that is a buff. And I could pretty much assure you that your ultimate ability has also been buffed. And it is now 5,000 damage a second for 20 seconds. That's a lot of damage. That's 100,000 damage you're doing. That's nuts to every single target. That's awesome. Torch is through the roof. If you have them and weren't liking them, you'll probably like them a lot more. Any dot ability like Scorching Pyre, look at that, 220 damage twice a second. It used to be 400 damage over 3 seconds. It's now 450 damage every second for 5 seconds. Same with Scorching Wall, that damage has gone up. Same with Incinerating Blast, it's now treated as a dot. So this is getting tons of damage. If you liked this before, you're going to love it now. It's not going to be part of my build. I'm going to carry over the Indirect Fire build again. And that's really all the changes that stood out to me. So for the build, first and foremost, Protective Flames. We got to have this. You know this is survivability. It's going to reduce, again, 60% of the damage taken, and you're just going to burn a spirit for every 23 damage absorbed. So this is life for you. 23 times 200 would be 40,000 health that can be absorbed. If I did that right, or no, 4,000 health, 4,000 damage that can be absorbed. Is that right? 23, 2.3, 4, yeah, around 4,300, sorry. So you want to get your spirit up, and you want to get your health pool up, more importantly. Because if we're taking 4,000 health from spirit, I don't know how much that would actually equal, because you got a damage absorption of about 60% going into spirit, so 40% of 4,000 would be 3,000. We'd be close to dead by the time that happened. So you want to increase your hit points. But we'll go over that in a second. Of course, we're going to do Fuel for the Flame. We got to pump that up. Then we're going to do Scorching Pyre, because this skill is just awesome. It will always be awesome. And we're going to do Thermal Intensity still, because it's going to give us a lot of damage when things get close to us. We're going to be able to kill them faster. It's not the damage listed. Remember, you have to work on the coefficients, and most of these coefficients are going to be on a really low level, like 10 to 20%. So don't think you're going to get 274 damage to everything. It's going to work out on the front blast, yes. On the dots, no. And then we're going to do the Scorching Wall and our backup of Searing Arc Fire still. We're going to do that instead of Incinerating Blast, because this is no spirit. It's not the same damage, but it's going to be like a backup plan, kind of, if we're in trouble. Trash pack killer. You know, it's free. It keeps our spirit free. We're going to have a point in Cleansing Fire in case we get stuck. We're going to have a point in Blazing Flight for the extra movement speed. And we're going to have a point in Blazing Charge, which should be normally there. So you won't even have to put a point there. And that's it for the build. How this is going to work is we're going to have Protective Flames down. You're going to have those on all the time. All the time. Because now you're going to take 40% just about of the damage incoming, and that should be after your defense stat. So you're going to be reducing it by 27%, and then you reduce it by 60%. So you're going to be taking a lot less damage. That's why you're a little bit more survivable than some of the other DPSs were before. We're going to need that, and we're going to need this. Those are going to be our boss killer mode abilities. And basically for soft trash, you can burn them with the Searing Arc Fire. It's going to die pretty quick. Not going to die as fast as it used to, but it's going to die fast enough. You'll probably want to do that to kill trash. Move around, kill trash. And then when dealing with a boss, we're going to drop it on top of a boss. We're going to put the wall up, and we'll Arc Fire whenever possible. Move around, Arc Fire. We have no critical hit chance buffs, nothing like that. A little bit unlike other DPS classes in that manner. We have our charge so we can get out of there real fast in case something happens. And then I will just show off the ultimate here. And that's just raining down destruction. Phenomenal skill. See you later, Mr. Doom. And it's still going. And it's still going. Oh, what an awesome skill. And it's finally starting to die out. And what's great about it is it's affected by Dr. Octopus's metal. We want as high radius, as high crit chance as possible, Dr. Octopus's metal. I'm doing Talisman of Kunlun, so if anything comes close, I'm going to do massive amounts of damage extra to them. And then I got the scroll targeting computer for the obvious reason for crit chance. However, I got to tell you, a super soldier serum would be the best thing. It's got to be the most strongest artifact out there now, because it's a massive amount of health regen, anywhere from 3,500 to 5,000 health per minute. And it's got a big chunk of health to it. It's awesome. If you can get your hands on it, go for it. It's the new Starstone Tooth. For the costume, attack speed's next to useless, plus damage rating is next to useless. we're really going to want crit chance. Crit chance all the way. And a little bit of spirit per kill right here like I do have. It's going to make killing trash packs and everything much, much easier. Plus health, plus spirit, plus defense, mandatory order. The more spirit you have, the more defense you have, or the more health you have, the longer you'll live by way of protective flames. That's how it works. And now with the new defense system, the more health you have with health regeneration, the better off you are too. You're going to need some health regeneration. This is where I'm lacking here. 572 health, awesome. Nothing here, but obviously I got the special item finding credits. And same thing here, special item finding credits. With critical rating, if you look, I only got 200 crit rating, but it's still a 15% chance. If I could double that, I'd be really happy, dishing out somewhere around 25 to 30% crit chance. I think it's around 25, because it starts to bell curve early. And that's a lot of extra damage going your way. I do have plus 15% attack power, or speed, but it's next to useless on the class. Unless you're going with directed fire skills, and then it's going to be very important. That's where I'm lacking. No health. I need that health. And that's it. So that is Mr. Human Torch, Johnny Storm. That's my build, Indirect Fire. It's pretty good against bosses, really good in midtowns, because you get to stay away and move and still do damage, still provide damage. And then if things get close, you have a lot of extra damage going your way. And you have some defense. So I hope you guys enjoyed, hope it helped, and I'll talk to you soon.